Hey guys, it's Amber. Welcome back to my February series. We're going to do a card today, and I'm going to show you how to use two different stamp sets together because I love falling flowers. I love the designs, but it doesn't have any sentiments, and I want to do something simple that has a sentiment. So we're going to use also love and affection. So falling flowers is our main one, and then we're going to use a sentiment, sending a smile your way from love and affection. And this is going to be a semi-simple note card, okay? We are going to need our background paper because we're going to start with that. And I do have a piece of our thicker Whisper White cardstock that is cut at 8.5 by 5.5. I'm going to take this right here. And I'm actually going to use some of our retired washi tape because we're going to be doing some masking. So with masking with the washi tape, even though it doesn't stay stuck, you're going to still want to put it on the back of your hand just for a second and get some of the stickiness off. And I'm going to do a little bit of our masking down here, and I will need 2 pieces to make it tall enough for our sentiment. So I'm just going to do that second piece right there. Okay, I'm going to overlap it right there. Okay, now I'm going to take just a little piece of washi tape and put it on the top corner just to help hold this down. I'm going to do the same thing so it doesn't peel off anything. So this doesn't move while we're stamping, okay? So this is our starting point. So we're going to start with Cucumber Crush to stamp with, okay? Now the first stamp we're going to use is rather large, okay? So the easiest way to do this, now I've shown you this with Stampin' Spots, but never with a full size stamps. Stamp pad is to do it upside down. Now the way the Stampin' Up! Stamp pads are designed, they don't have edges, so you can do this easily. So you just kind of do this upside down, push it down on it, okay? It may not be perfect, that's okay. We're going to start, and we're going to stamp on the bottom half of our card, okay? And it will overlap what you've masked. That's what you want it to do, okay? Let's push down for a second. Okay, so there's that one. Now we're going to do this again, ink it up again, because we're going to do in the top left-hand corner of our card. Now we will be folding this over, just to let you know. I'm doing it full like this because I want a little bit of overlap when I fold over the card, okay? So, sorry, I have to look at my other picture for reference. Okay, top left right there. Just make sure it really sticks, okay? Now, I am going to put away my Cucumber Crush, which, there we go, we're done with that one. Next, we are going to be using our basic black and some of the flowers from the Falling Flowers stamp set. So I'm just going to take my basic black, and I'm going to do a couple of the large flowers, one down here on the left. Okay. Okay. And one up here on the right. Okay. Now we're going to take the smaller flower. I'm going to do 2 in the center. Okay. One right here. And then one that slightly overlaps my washi tape. Just a little bit. Not much. Okay, I'm going to put the basic black away for now. We're going to use it again in a little bit, but I'm going to put it away for now while we do some color in. Now, I've told you before, I don't really have all the markers, but I do have the blender pens, and that is just as good. So we're going to start with Peekaboo Peach, and we're going to squeeze it together like this. Okay. And then open it up, and we'll work with it on this side. No. Squeaky, 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 squeakerton. Okay. I'm going to start coloring in my flowers. Now, if you do this at home, you can use any colors you want. I liked these colors together, so you'll see how it looks when I'm done with it. Okay. Sorry for the late video today. We've just had a little bit of a lazy day here today. I've been thinking about this design all day, trying to decide what I'm gonna do. So how was your Saturday? Did you guys have a lazy Saturday too? Or am I the only one who's super lazy on Saturdays? Because sometimes I feel like it. I have friends post about all the things that they're doing, and I'm like, I'm just lucky to get out of bed sometimes on Saturday. Okay, the next color we're going to use is our Flirty Flamingo. Okay, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to stamp it together, or push it together so you can feel it touching the stamp pad inside. Okay, and then open it up right there. Okay, now I look at my previous one to remember what I colored what. Now when I am using the blender pens, I always go from light to dark. We do like wipe it off in between and clean it, but just in case, I want to make sure that I go from lighter to darker to make sure that I don't have any color bleeding, which can be an effect that if you want to do that, you can do color bleeding, but I usually don't want any color bleeding. Okay. And you will notice that the green, probably if you're using washi tape, is still a little bit wet. So be careful if you touch it. Okay. And if your black overlapped a lot, the black may be a little bit wet too. So just be careful. We don't want you to have ink all over your hand. Especially since we're working with Whisper White, we don't want to bleed the color from our hand onto what we're doing. Now you see how light my Flirty Flamingo gets? It's kind of fun how that happens. You go from dark to light on it. Makes it easier to clean. These lighter colors, just the color goes so fast when you're using the blender pens. It seems like you have to ink them more often, which doesn't hurt anything, but just means you have to use more color to get the effects you're looking for. Okay, so there's our Flirty Flamingo. Let me just clean it off on the sides. Close that bad boy up. And next we will be using Melon Mambo. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Okay, here's our Melon Mambo. And I'm just going to color in the rest of them with Melon Mambo. I like having a 3-color scheme on the flowers. Then it's not super complicated. You can do it a lot quicker and easier. And I usually just alternate on them. Okay. And yes, I'm singing. I'm sorry. Does it get boring to watch me color? I hope it doesn't get boring to just watch me coloring. I like watching things real time though. And so I try to do things in real time so you guys see how long it takes me to do it. Just makes it a little bit more accurate for you, I think. Oh, goodness gracious. I think the sickness may have finally left our house, which is a good thing. Do you guys have the crud where you are? It's just going around like crazy. And then yesterday, we were supposed to have a school makeup day for snow days, and they called it a snow day because we got about 10 inches of snow yesterday. So we're gonna have to make up our makeup day, which will be fun. Hopefully it will not be this weekend. Hopefully it'll be another weekend. I value my weekends, my Fridays. Okay. So that is now all colored in. And I feel like I've used the blender pens a lot, guys. But like I said, I don't have the markers, and the blender pens are really great because, you know, sometimes you want to stamp things that you need to color in and you don't have markers. Okay, so let's peel that off and that off. And peel this off of here. Okay, so now we have a masked out portion that we are, ooh, sorry guys, I hit you. That we're gonna stamp in. We're gonna use our basic black again. And our saying that says, sending a smile your way. Okay, oops, I'll just show you. And I'm using my paper pumpkin block because I only have 3 Stampin' Up! Blocks. And the paper pumpkin. Okay, I'm just gonna hold it on there for a second so the black absorbs. Basic black, I've told you before, because it's archival, sometimes it takes a little bit longer to dry. So it says, sending a smile your way. Okay, we're done with basic black and the stamp. Now we have one more thing to do, because this is just a basic note card. So just one layer. I'm just gonna do this for a second to make sure that it's dry before I do this. Now we are going to fold it over like so. Okay, and fold that over, and you have a simple note card. And yes, some does overlap to the back. I did that on purpose. I did that with this one too. That's part of the reason we did it straight and then folded it. It just gives it a little bit of dimension on the back, which is fun. I mean, it continues the design. So that's our project for today. I hope you guys like it. Make sure that if you do like the project, you give the video a big thumbs up. If you're not subscribed and you'd like to subscribe, make sure you hit the red subscribe button over here or down here, and I will have one on the screen over here near the end of the video. It'll be my picture. You can click on to subscribe. And be sure to leave me some nice comments, guys. I hope you have a great day. Bye.